is intelligent?
What do you know about this word? What is it, tourist?
Is intelligence more than a talent?
How to assess people's intelligence? What is intellectual quotient?
What is intellectually disabled or mentally retarded? What is intellectually gifted? How do they differ?
How do we characterize intellectually gifted people?
These are some questions that will be answered in a documentary entitled
Intelligence, theories, assessment, and variation.
According to David Webster, intelligence is the aggregate or the global capacity of the individual to act purposefully, to think rationally, and to deal with his environment. According to Alfred Binet, intelligence is the totality of mental processes involved in adapting to the environment. Although there remains a strong tendency to view intelligence as a purely intellectual or cognitive function, considerable evidence suggests that intelligence has many facets. Intelligence is perhaps the most prized trait a human being can have. Society puts a lot of focus on being smart, and those who show high intellect are often held in high esteem. Is intelligence something that someone can attain, or something they are born with? How do we find intelligence? It is simply getting good grades and doing well on standardized tests, or is it something more?
For our fellow Tamaraos, how can they define intelligence? Kuya, for you, what is intelligence?
For me, intelligence is the most wonderful and unique gift that God has given to me.
Thank you. For you, what is intelligence? How you can define it?
For me, intelligence is the intellectual capacity of a person that is either acquired by hereditary or environment.
Thank you. How you can define intelligence?
Intelligence can be inherited in our parents.
Thank you. What is intelligence?
For me, intelligence is like a talent that every individual possesses, and I think with this, they can be able to express it. Thank you.
Scientists have worked hard to try and define intelligence, and there is still no clear universal definition. We know that intelligence is a very general term that describes a wide variety of abilities. It encompasses the reasoning and understanding of one's immediate environment, facts, truths, and meanings. General mental ability due to the integrative and adaptive functions of the brain that permit complex, purposive responses to novel or changing situations involving discrimination, generalization, learning, concept formation, inference, mental manipulation of memories, images, words, and abstract symbols, adduction of relations and correlates, reasoning, and problem solving.
To answer the previous question, we shall now discuss the different theories of intelligence. First is the G factor. Scientists have been called for a while now that there is an underlying factor in determining intelligence. Charles Spearman have called this the general factor, or G for short, and it has been adopted with the scientific.
While observing the children's test score, Spearman noticed that when a child did well on one test, they usually did well on all of them. He then created a theory stating that The human brain has two layers. One layer is devoted to the current task at hand, or what we so-called S, or specific factor. And the higher level, the G factors, affects on how we do on those tests. In other words, G is the overall mental power or energy whole, and S stands in the specific ways in which we can channel that energy.
Most recent theories see intelligence in a different light. Rather than viewing intelligence